Comments or questions to add when it is the appropriate question time, please use the chat feature. And I think we'll get right into it. I will say my name is Abby Rubin, and I'm a co-chair of the committee. I'm going to be running the meeting. Jason Herman, who's another co-chair of the committee, is unable to attend the meeting because of a work conflict today. In attendance on the board, we have Ms. Jen Rivera and Ms. Shana Kalish, and we have our illustrious administrative team as well, and we'll be hearing from them. And if we are ready to begin, we can start with Mr. Orlando with the list of bills, or Mr. Lil, whoever's going to take it on.
Yes, can you hear me?
We can. Thank
Okay,
you.
yeah, so we have the July and the August list of bills. Are there any questions on I guess we'll first do the July list of bills. If there's any questions on the July list of bills?
No questions.
Okay. So
Ada,
hearing
any
no
questions?
any questions on the July list of bills?
Not for
No,
me.
okay,
Okay.
I think we're okay.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to move on to the August list of bills. Are there any questions on the August list of bills?
I had one. It was more curiosity, and it may
Yeah.
be in July too, but on line 9899, we use Huddle for athletics. And I was just curious if that is something that is specific to certain teams or if that was available to all of our students playing sports, if it's available to the kids playing club sports.
Well, I think Huddle is the software program that school board approved that's used at the secondary level
Hmm.
in the athletic program.
Hmm.
So I believe that's what the Huddle is.
Yeah, no. So I know what Huddle is. It's just
Okay.
I was curious if it was available to all of the teams or if it was just like the basketball coach said,
Yeah,
"Hey,
no,
we really want to use Huddle," and it's just for
nah,
one team.
it's for all the teams.
Okay, great.
All
And the
teams
club
have access
sports
to it.
also have access to that as well?
I'm not sure about the club sports, but I know definitely the PIA athletic programs do. I can check on that.
Okay, great. Thank you. I mean, you don't have to. It's all right. I was just curious.
Yeah.
That's my only question. Thank you.
Okay, I think we're ready. Unless there's anything else, I think we're ready to move on to our next item.
Do we have to approve the list of bills?
Yes, to move forward, are
Okay,
the members are go with the list of bills so we can move them forward.
Yes,
okay.
I approve.
Are we all okay to approve?
Approve. Uh-huh.
Okay, great. Thank you. We can move forward to the contracts here with Mr. Weinstein.
Yes, good morning, everybody.
Good
I,
morning.
I am presenting two contracts. These are annual. I've presented them in the past. We've had them annually. The first one is Securely Pass, used in the middle schools. Securely Pass is a kind of a hall pass system. It's a function of managing where students are for school safety, also tracking when students leave the classroom and where they will be. It gives staff live visibility in the hallway movement, which sometimes gives them decisions of where students will be and when they will let them go out of class. So it kind of manages, as you would imagine, middle school, a complex task of sending people all over the campus. The second one is School Mint Hero. This works alongside Power School. It's more of the functional part of it. So Power School is the keeps all the data and the management, but printing out passes, having receipts, bringing them to different places, allowing students access, whether they're late to school or have an early dismissal. This will print out a slip for them to bring to their teacher that allows them to enter the class. It makes it more efficient in our school. For example, sometimes if there is a bus that is late for some reason and there is a long line and 40 students are waiting to get into the building, this will print it out quickly and have an efficiency and allow teachers to know exactly when a student signed in and where they can be. So again, these are more functional efficiency products that we buy annually.
Can I ask you a question about these, or should we go through the whole list first?
Please, I'd rather
Okay.
now.
So I have a question about Securely and a question about School Mint. So we'll start with the Securely question.
Sure.
I had heard, I'm not yet a middle school parent, I will be. I had heard that there's a Google form that's used. Is this going to take the place of a Google of a logging in and out that way?
I am not sure who's using a Google form. I can find that out.
Okay. Um, I'd heard different things about the Google form being used to kind of track where students are going, and also just like a composition book that people like, physically write into. So I wasn't sure if this is replacing that or if this is an addition. Um, and the other question that I have for School Mint, just so I understand, because I know this has come up before for board review, does School Mint, where are tardies and absences recorded? Is it School Mint or is it Power School?
So it is Power School. Power School is our
Okay.
data management system where that would all be recorded. So if you logged in as a parent, you would see if your child was absent 4 times, that would be there. If they came late to school, it would also be recorded in Power School. But Schoolmint would be work alongside Power School. They work in tandem with each other, would actually print that pass out, give it to the child. He brings it to his uh, English teacher and gives it to him first period of the day or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Abby, I don't know if it will help, but a lot of softwares like this are integrated with one another where they can communicate with one another. So like Power School might be the main view to see everything, but you need that software Schoolman on the back to be integrated to like communicate and show like everything on Power School. So a lot of times when you work with software companies, we're hand in hand and make sure things are integrated.
No, I appreciate that. I'm just wondering if there's a redundancy. Like if it's already happening in
No,
Power
you
School, do
can,
we need?
no, if you look it up, you'll see how they integrated and are dependent on one another.
Okay.
Just want to let you, yeah.
Great. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Then we can move on
I
unless
had a
there are other
question
questions.
before we move
Yes.
on. Um, Mr. Weinstein, I just wanted to ask about Securely. You said that was used primarily in the middle school, but as I'm looking on your spreadsheet, it says for grades 5 to 12, and I'm wondering if that's a typo, and if not, are we paying for access in the high school that we're not using, and should we adjust the contract?
Good question and good catch. It should be 5 to 8.
Okay.
We do pay per individual school, but when we put a contract together, we put them together in one contract. So each school will pay for that system, and we
So it is
collectively
used,
present
so
it to
it's
you.
not used by the high schools, and we're only paying for the 3 middle schools?
That is correct.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Good catch. Good eye. Thank you. Are there other questions about these two before we move on? Okay, I
Nothing on
think
my
we're,
end.
Thank you.
thank you. Okay, I think we can move forward. Thank you.
Thank you. So the next two contracts are both for student services, and they're both records management systems, and they are both renewals. Frontline is the system we use for our health services record management. And so like every contact that a student might have with a school nurse gets entered into there. Our immunization information gets entered into there. So it's how we track our health records. It is a very minimal increase from last year, just under $800 increase from last year to this year. And then Leader Services is our IEP writing software. We have historically and for a long time used that for IEPs, GIPs, all of our evaluation reports are in there. That portion of it is also a very minimal increase, $498 from last year to this year. There is a difference in the overall cost, however, because moving forward, we are also adding the module that it will allow our staff to use IEP Writer for 504 writing. And so it puts us all in one system. We, for 504s, have just been using very archaically using just standard forms, our own forms. So this helps us to put it all in one place.
Thank you. Actually, I had that question about are we going to be using the 504 component because I know it's been a Word document, I think, effectively
Yes,
before.
exactly.
I think that's a great step in a really nice direction. Are there any questions from my colleagues?
I have one.
Shani?
I'm sure the answer to this is yes, but since we're using both of these programs again, but both of these programs have been vetted for their privacy and compliance with keeping HIPAA and personal information private and only available to the folks who are allowed to see that particular information.
Yeah, these were both reviewed by our solicitor to confirm that they were okay to move forward.
I figured as much, but in today's day and
Yeah.
age with information security, I appreciate that. extra that everybody's information we're ensuring privacy wherever we can manage to.
Yes, agreed.
Okay, seeing no other questions, I think we can vote to move forward. Is everybody in favor? You can thumbs up if you don't
Yes.
want to unmute. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. We can move on to aquatic club updates for Mr. Orlando.
Yeah, so this is the agreement with the Lower Merion Aquatics Club. They use our facility each year for their program at Lower Merion. It's the standard 1-year agreement. It's the same terms. There's an increase in the fee due to the pool management, a little over 4% increase from $48,000 to $50,000, and that has been reviewed by LMAC, and they have signed the agreement, and they are willing to move forward with the agreement that is attached. Any questions?
None from me, seeing none from, oh, Miss Kalish, you have something?
Yeah, we use all or as much as we can students to staff the pool as lifeguards, correct?
No, we use I am Pool is the company that provides the lifeguards and the supervision of the pool management. So if students are eligible for it, they would go through I am Pool to be a lifeguard there.
Okay. Do we have any kind of preferential thing for hiring our students that are lifeguard certified?
I don't. That's really up to the I am Pool to do that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay,
So
can
we're good. We're good to move forward.
I think, are we,
Yes.
everybody thumbs up? Okay, thank you very much. Yep.
Great. Okay.
Next, we'll go on to, yep.
Yeah, I'm going to, fortunately, Mr. Catalano, Mr. Zirkle cannot make it. So I am pitch hitting for them on the next two items. All right. So the first one is School Messenger. School Messenger is the program that's used for the mass communications when there's early closings, snow, so forth, that families and staff get via phone, email, and text. So we want to continue with School Messenger for the next year. It's a 1-year agreement. It's $21,273.63.
Any questions from my colleagues? Okay, that seems straightforward. Thank you very much.
So the next one is the Presidio Cisco phone system upgrade. So this is a system that we use throughout the district for many years. We need to upgrade to version 15 from 14. The current version 14 end of life of support is this upcoming April. So we need to move forward with an upgraded system, the next version of it, and it's a cost of $38,000.
Okay, any questions for my colleagues? I'm just curious. We see Presidio often in our facilities meetings. And what other companies are there that offer the same services? Just curious what the landscape looks like.
Well, I think these are probably through like Peplum usually. Presidio is the vendor through Peplum, which is a cooperative purchasing. So that's why you see them a lot, that they're the vendor that's been awarded the bid. So they do a lot of different things from us, not just Cisco. They do network and so forth, IT information. But a lot of times that's why you see Presidio. There's also E Plus we use and other different ones we get through other cooperative purchasings that we do use through CoStars. Like you want to see come up next, we're going to AV, that's Starlight, or sometimes you see Visual Sound. So there's a bunch of different ones that we do use, but typically we use whatever cooperative purchasing, program to get the best pricing and service.
Okay, thank you.
Is this new is this new contract for new services or new equipment, or is it just
So it's
like
so most of it is the next version of the software. There are some, I don't know if I can understand, I'm not a tech person, but there are different things that are doing to with the I'd say servers and so forth. There's other different elements that they are like doing for the program.
Back end improvements.
Yeah, there's something here they have and don't, the single box measurement disabled to the Microsoft 360 depreciation of EPS services. What that means, I have no idea, but
Right. I was looking for high level
yeah,
because I also
yeah,
am not technically versed
yeah.
in it.
So unfortunately, you're getting the wrong
And
person here today to answer those questions,
it's
but
all right.
best I can do for you.
How does the pricing compare with what we paid for our phone systems in previous years?
Well, this is so it's upgrading to the new version. So this is the new version through them. I would have to go back and see when we did version 14. I think that was about 4 years ago.
Okay.
So I have to go and see like what that pricing would be. But unfortunately, this is through Presidio. This is what Cisco offers. This is the
Okay.
pricing. So and this is the brains of the
Yeah.
system. So we're kind of pretty much locked into
Yeah.
this Cisco phone system.
And so this is all software and back end stuff. This isn't physical equipment.
I believe that's mostly what it is. There may be one
Okay.
or two pieces of equipment that may be changed, but I think most of it is just, it's voice over IP phone that we have. So it's the software, I think, for the most part. I could get some more clarification from our IT folks.
Yeah, it's all right. It's just
Yeah.
you I was just interested. All right. Thank you. It's good by me.
Okay, everybody okay to move this forward? Great. Thank you very much.
So the next we have,
Audit-
yep. So the BC auditorium, if you recall, we had some discussions in the spring about the AV system and the projector at Ballacue Middle School. So as we stated, we were going to try to get vendors and come back in August, which we are this morning through Starlight. They're the vendor through CoStar's contract 034-E23-211. They have submitted a proposal of $276,493. Again, it's the audio and the projector upgrade only. I'll just highlight a few of the things they're going to do. And I believe Mr. Purvis unfortunately couldn't be here, but I know he spoke with the individuals for the BC program, the auditorium and the drama. Highlight a few things that they've asked for, which are being done, moving the soundboard up to the balcony. They are moving the screen from the middle of the stage to the front of the curtain. They're reconfiguring the equipment location by moving it upstairs where it's more accessible. There will be new speakers, new monitors. There's going to be new antennas for the distribution of the microphones. The existing microphones will stay since they were just bought a couple years ago. So I think it's everything, my understanding, what needs to be done for the audio and the projector at BC Middle School. The one thing I will note is the vendor, we have to work out the contract. The vendor availability will be sometime after 1/1/2027 to actually do the work. So if there's any questions, that's what we're proposing to move forward. This is what was approved for a capital plan in the June budget process for the coming year. So we are requesting to move forward with this proposal.
I wanted
Shana,
to,
do you have a question?
yeah, I have a question and a comment. One, I wanted to just say thank you to all of the folks at BC, families, students, and staff that went and did all the hard work to really identify what the problem was and then advocate for what you needed for your students. I know that a lot of the families are really, really excited for this upgrade, and so am I. I just wanted to clarify with the microphones that the microphones are still in very good working order. And the reason that we've had issues with sound in the auditorium is the system behind the microphones, because I know one of the big issues was sound.
Yeah, it's the antennas. Apparently, the antenna to distribution, that's what the problem was. It's not the microphones. So we're getting brand new antenna distribution system, so it should be fine. And
Fantastic.
I talked to Mr. Purbex, and that's what he relayed to me. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here this morning, but
Well, send our gratitude, my gratitude, along to him because this is a big deal and I really appreciate all the hard work and it sounds great. I approve.
Hey,
Jen, did
Vic,
you have a
thank
question?
you. I had my hand up. Sorry. Question was originally this was not part of capital budgets. This was brought to our attention toward the end of the school year in facilities and purchasing. So how does this impact, you said it was approved, in our June, but where does this bring us with our capital budget or anything, trying to find the funding and everything? I'm just, concerned, just want to know where
Yeah.
are we at with all that?
Yeah, so it actually, when we did approve the capital reserve transfer for this current year, it was
Uh-huh.
included
Okay.
in the I think 5 million or whatever we approved. So it is part of that the cap reserve budget that we have. So it is in there.
Oh, perfect. And then this won't start until you said early 2027, though.
Sometime after 1/1/27, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. I have questions too. So on the start date, will it be completed before the spring musical
I
or
can't
the spring
guarantee that.
performance?
I don't know. Again, a lot of it's dependent upon availability of the equipment, but they just informed us that they will be available sometime after 1/1. We'll try to do our best to get it done before then, but there's no guarantee.
Okay. I think I speak for many of us
Yeah,
when we say we hope we can kind
sure.
of balance those two priorities.
Yeah.
And I just curious, you had mentioned this when we were talking about the Cisco stuff or the Presidio stuff. Was there an RFP sent out for this? Or how was Starlight selected?
Yeah, so we had I think it was three different vendors that actually came into the BC and actually did a walkthrough with our IT department. Mr. Perbix, I believe, was there, maybe Mr. Zirkle. So they did a walkthrough as to the entire auditorium, what this current system was, what the needs were. I think Mr. Perbix did get some input, I think, from the BC staff who used the auditorium for drama performances. And that information was relayed to them. So that's what my understanding, what was done, with them. And there were several different days they went through. It was, so they came back several different times, went through everything. This is the only vendor that actually submitted a formal proposal to us out of the three.
And is this a CoStar's
It's CoStar's.
referral?
Yeah.
I don't know what you would call it, but okay.
Yeah,
So this has
it's
been
CoStar's
vetted in some way?
contract. Yeah, so CoStar's contract is a bid that we're allowed to go off of CoStar's. So I think I mentioned it was CoStar, and it's in the attachment 034-E23-211 is the actual contract number.
Okay.
So that's why we can do that. And there'll be a formal contract. We're working out, the contract details and so forth. That's why it's subject to solicitor's review, which should be done hopefully shortly after the board approves it, and we'll get that signed off so they can do the work they need to do, get the equipment ordered, which is going to take a few months to get here. So that's where we're at with the project.
Okay. And do we know what's left in terms of updating, or because Walsh Valley and BlackRock have been kind of more modernized, right, in more recent years?
So the system that for BC is similar to similar components and functionality to the Walsh Valley Middle School auditory system that was put in like 4 or 5 years ago. You're getting the latest model, but it's the same functionality that Walsh Valley would have. So it'd be compatible, with that for the audio and for the projector. We do need to eventually replace the projector at Walsh Valley is probably next thing that needs to be done on there. But that's what we propose right now to have completed in the system.
Okay. Thank you. Are any other questions? Okay. Are we okay moving this forward? Great. Thank you very much. Thank you for all the work on this one. And to Kronos.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Mr. Wilson.
Good morning. Good morning. So I'm presenting, sharing with you some information about our Kronos. This is a renewal of our HR pay workforce management tool. It's our primary tool. Oh, by the way, I said it's a renewal. In the past, you've seen it under the name Kronos. They changed their name, same company. So you saw it before with the name Kronos. They're called UKG now, but it's our primary, like I said, for pay workforce management tool. This is how, as the employer, we track, we administer, we manage the utilization of time. And for the employee side of it, it's how they interface with the organization for the utilization of their accrued time, their PTO, their leave, the things of that nature. So it's a big undertaking. It's our primary system for managing it for employees. It's the primary way that they interact so they can utilize their crew time and schedule time and things of that nature in order for us to manage utilization of time and schedules for pay and impacting pay of employees.
Thank you very much. Do we have any questions from the board? Okay. Nor do I. Thank you. This looks straightforward. Good to know the name change, just so we can keep an eye out for the next time. Are we okay moving this forward, everyone? Great. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
And we can move on to explorations.
Good morning. It's always hard to follow such a great speaker as Dr. Wilson, but I'll try to do my best.
Good morning.
Good morning. We are seeking the committee to consider the exploration staffing services agreement for transportation consultant. Agreement is not to exceed $14,850.
I have a question about this. Thank you very
Sure.
much. In the past, I just want to make sure my recollection is correct. I had understood or thought I understood that this was the contract, the consultant was going to be with the intention of finding a replacement for this person. Have we been able, where do we stand on hiring a new person for this role? A permanent person for this role?
We are in the process. We are in the process of hiring.
So we have applicants, it's up, it's live.
Yes.
Okay.
And Dr.
Okay.
Rubin, just to clarify, this is a different position.
I'm Ms. Rubin, but I appreciate the
I'm sorry.
ego
I'm sorry.
boost. It's okay.
Okay.
They don't just hand out
I apologize.
master's degrees, you know.
Well, it's a promotion. My apologies. This is actually a different position than we had asked for some supplemental help. This is actually two positions at the supervisory level that are currently in transition. The other thing that's part of the factor is while these two positions are in transition, we're starting a school year, and that is like the peak demand on the system, and the individual who is available for this agreement is experienced in our system and will be a great benefit during that crunch time that's going to start in about a few weeks.
Thank you. Okay, so the idea is that the goal is still to replace these positions permanently. I just wanted to confirm.
Absolutely.
Okay, great.
Absolutely. These are short-term absences, if you will.
Okay, great. Thank you. Any other questions from my colleagues?
No, but I will take this opportunity to say that Lower Merion School District is a really exceptional place to work, and our transportation department in particular is always hiring, and you get to work for Mr. Vilsons, who's a really exceptional human, and you will really like it. We have great benefits, and you can come do something really fantastic for your community. lmsd.org/jobs, right?
Bus.
I will never get it right. /bus.
Yeah, we have a
lmsd.org/bus.
we have special page for bus drivers and bus aides to apply. And
I'm going to have to write
we need
myself a
both.
Post-it note and stick it to my computer for every time I try to do the pitch. Okay, thanks.
Mr.
That's all I got.
Vilsons, I have one quick question before we
Sure.
take a vote. How are we in terms of our staffing?
We are relatively good with drivers. We're not fully staffed, and we had some attrition over the summer, some retirement. So we're interviewing, catching up on that. But overall, driver situation is pretty decent, better than it was 2 years ago. We are still short on school bus aides at this time. We're working
Okay.
to hire more.
Thank you. Hopefully people watch this meeting and we'll find that link. Thank you very much. Any other questions from my colleagues? Okay, are we okay moving this forward? Great. Jen, I don't see you anymore. I'm not sure why. Oh, there you are. Okay. For some reason it reorganized. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Okay, thank you very much. I think we can move forward to our uniform.
Yeah, this is for our maintenance shop, or repair shop for buses, and we are asking for you to consider uniform services agreement with Cintas. This agreement would be in effect August 18th until August 17th, 2029. Not to exceed $9,000 annually, not to exceed $27,000 over 3-year contract. Any
You
questions?
said this was for the maintenance workers, right? We're not making our
Yes.
bus drivers wear uniforms, are we?
No, this is
Okay.
not for bus drivers. This is for our mechanics.
Okay,
that
great.
repair
Thank you.
buses. Yeah.
And is this a renewal? For some reason, I don't see it.
No, this is a new
This is
vendor. We're
okay.
switching from our current vendor to new vendor.
Any questions for my colleagues? Okay. Looks okay to me. Thumbs up. Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We can move on to Aardvark Pest Control. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. The contracted transportation drivers, excuse me.
Yes,
Item
correct.
J.
You're
Sorry.
trying to get rid of me too soon, but
No.
yeah, it's a transportation department utilizes transportation services to assist out of district sports and activity runs. As per school code, we're bringing to you contractor drivers and aides names included in today's agenda. We do it twice a year, so thank you.
Any questions from my colleagues? Okay, thank you very much. Everyone okay to move
Thank you.
forward? All right, thank you, Mr. Oldest, or sorry, Mr. Vilson,
Thank
excuse
you.
me. Thank you. Now I think we can move on to pest control, which I was eager to talk about.
Good morning. We are asking the committee to consider a new 3-year renewal contract with Aardvark Pest Control for the period of July 1, 2026 through June 30th, 2029 at a new annual cost of $13,752 for a total contract amount of $41,256.
I was just looking at the pests that we have checked off on that part of the contract. Is that because that's what we have had in our building? That is what's local to us? That is what they suggest? What is why oriental cockroaches and not silverfish?
Yeah, I that's kind of all the above what you had just mentioned. What they suggest, what we tend to see, and continuing on from our previous contract.
Okay.
Mr. Copeland, do we use a company to treat the outside, especially during, transitioning from summer into fall and then for spring for mosquitoes? Because I see that they offer that. So do we use a different company for mosquitoes? Because I just know it's a big thing in this area of treating yards for mosquitoes and everything and with kids and how they react to those bites.
So I'll have to look into that. I'm not sure
Okay.
if we contract out anybody else for mosquitoes. I think this is, as far as pest control goes, Aardvark is who we
Okay.
use.
That's fine. Just was curious knowing that our kids spend so much time outside.
Hopefully they will spend even more time outside with the new recess amendment from the budget, which is exciting. I don't have any questions. I find it interesting that we have some cosmopolitan cockroaches in our area, German and Oriental. Do we have any other questions from the colleagues? Okay. Are we okay to move this forward? Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Copeland. And you're still on. Yep.
Yep, I'm still up. Yep.
Sorry about
that. The following change orders on the Balkenwood Middle School roof replacement require school board approval. The first being change order number 1 for a decrease in the amount of $36,913.75. This is related to the work on the existing skylight. You want me to talk about number 2, or if you have any questions, you want to? All right, I'll go right on to number 2. Change order number 2 for an increase in the amount of $10,989.19. To address potential drainage issues, the insulation on a portion of the roof was changed from flat to tapered insulation.
Okay, thank you. Any questions for my colleagues?
No, I just want to say thank you for all those involved with that project coordination. I drove by multiple times this summer, and just the hard work of that whole crew, especially on hot days and everything, doing that, and how you guys just effectively tracked with the timeline with opening of the school year. I just want to say thank you to all those involved, administration, the company, and everything. It truly appreciate it.
Yes, I'll echo that.
Yeah. I think the change orders look good. I was wondering if there was a completion date for the project and if we're looking on track to finish by then.
Yeah, they're actually ahead of schedule. Their completion date was supposed to be August 21st. They're looking at August 19th, if not sooner. I was over there Tuesday, and they have two very small portions of the roof left. All the hot applied material has been removed. The kettle's gone, so the
I'll tell you, it
tanker.
smells a lot better now that that phase of the project is complete. Thank you. That's great news.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah, they've done great work out there this year.
Great. Thank you very much. Any other questions from my colleagues? Okay, I think, are we all okay to move this forward? Great. Thank you, Mr. Copeland.
Just a quick reminder that if anybody in the audience has questions, use the raised hand feature and the members will call on you.
Thank you. I'm looking to see if there are. I don't see any hands raised. Does
we have a question from Miss Bentley.
Oh, now I do. Sorry.
And
Miss
also then Miss Isabella Melvin has her hand up as well.
I see now. Thank you very much. Miss Bentley, I will recognize you.
Thank you so much, Erin Bentley, Valley Kinwood. I wanted to comment on the agenda item on the AV system upgrades for the Valley Kinwood Middle School. I'm attending here on behalf of a group of parents. We organized in the spring to support this program during a time of transition because our director was retiring this summer, and wanted to express our sincere thanks for your responsiveness to our concerns about the system, your quick work to find a solution. I echo Ms. Kalish and Ms. Rubin's comments. It's wonderful to see this proposal, to see how it reflects the suggestions that our director Shannon Knight made in the spring. It will make a tremendous difference for a lot of kids. Unfortunately, our former director Shannon can't attend today. One comment she had passed to me in the past was to mention that since students run the AV system completely for BC Applause, that's the theater program, it's important that anything installed wouldn't require adults to operate it. It needs to be able to be usable for students. And I had one clarifying question on the placement of the projector screen. I recall Shannon said the screen can't be used at all by the theater program because it blocks the stage. She recommended relocating it. Mr. Orlando mentioned it would be relocated, but when I read the proposal, it looks like Starlight is using the existing mount. So I just wanted to flag that the location is a real critical element of the usability of the screen. And overall, Shannon really has a wealth of knowledge that could help make sure that this investment in replacing the AV equipment is as fit for purpose as it can be for the theater program in particular, if you're able to consult with her before the details of the contract are finalized. But again, thank you so much for your work on this. There are many of us behind the scenes who are just so overjoyed at the news, and it's great to see this moving forward. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And those are really well taken comments. We'll make sure that we have good communication between the school community and the updates that are going to be made. Thank you very, very much, and thank you for staying involved and sharing your voice. And we can move to Miss Melvin.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Please
state
Melvin.
Your name and where you're in the neighborhood you reside in.
I'm Isabel Melvin. I live in Wynwood, and this is my first time at a facilities meeting, so I'm really impressed at the hard work and detail that you all do for us in Lower Merion. So I'm a student at the Mainline Night School, and I'd also like to thank you for getting the best prices and products for Lower Merion School District and creating the best environment for our children to learn in. So my question is, and I think it was under UKG, I'm not sure where this contractor is, but I'd like to know what investments and actions are we making to adhere to Lower Merion Township's transitioning from gas-powered leaf blowers to electric and clean equipment. And I also have another comment about another agenda item.
Actually, the gas-powered leaf blower ordinance is something that would fall under the operations department, specifically the grounds department, which would be my purview. We currently have any and all gas-powered leaf blowers that the district currently owns locked in a cage because this summer, as you were aware, they are not permitted under the ordinance, and the ordinance does have a phase-in period, which I don't recall off the top of my head. What we've been doing during the phase-in period, and you may see some transactions in prior facilities and purchasing and board approvals, we've been purchasing battery-powered leaf blowers from two, I think three different manufacturers. And right now, we have probably a couple dozen of each of these different manufacturers that we're doing like kind of testing, seeing how they function and how they work, because inevitably the gas-powered leaf blowers that are currently, put us blocked up for the summer won't be able to be used at all for the entire calendar year. And again, that's being phased in. So in preparation, we're getting some kind of in live, in use of the battery powered. And one of the things we really want to get a good feel for is, the battery life, and how long it takes to charge. And what we are finding is getting supply or purchasing the blowers themselves is pretty straightforward. Batteries are starting to be a little in short supply. But again, this is part of our just kind of phase in, because we're utilizing the phase in of the ordinance to phase in. We don't want to commit and buy 100 leaf blowers of a certain manufacturer till we get a chance to try a couple. So we're in the trial phase.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. So I also have another comment about the pest. I just want to, I don't know if everyone knows this about these pest control people. They have a contract, and this new trend that they have is putting these black boxes out for the rats, and I'm sure, Jim, you probably know about it. You probably heard about this. They put these black boxes out and they attract mice, rats, things like that. And I never thought about this before, but the red-tailed hawks, the predators that we still have in Lower Marion Township, eat those critters and then they die. So it's like a chain reaction there. So I want just put this on your radar so that people are aware that this is a trend that's not good. We never had this before. This is a new thing that these pest control people really like and they like to make money off of. So that's my 2 cents on that. The other thing is the mosquito. I don't know if you all know about that. These mosquito companies, they want to make money as well. They don't just kill mosquitoes. They kill butterflies, all really good insects that we like and that we need for our environment to be a healthy environment. So, okay, that's my comments. I really appreciate all the hard work you do, and have a good week.
Thank you very much for sharing those comments and for attending and raising those points. I don't see any other hands raised. Ruth, do you see any others? I just want to make sure I'm not missing them.
No other hands up.
Okay. Are there any comments from online? Well, I guess this is online. Sorry. Are there any comments from the chat or any other community comment?
Nope, no chat.
Okay. I have one question before, unless there are other comments or questions from my colleagues. As we are discussing the transition to reduction in tech use, are we able to renegotiate on really, I guess it's kind of K and 1 iPads and Chromebooks, considering we're going to be having fewer per class? I was just curious if there was an update that could be shared.
At this point, I think we're still in transition, and we're going to have to see what, once we lock in what our needs are, I think that's when we can make a plan moving forward for what that, reduced purchasing volume will look like. But I think right now, we're sort of in a holding pattern until we get settled into the school year. But it's something we're certainly keeping an eye on, because if there are savings to be had in this, we certainly want to make sure we're, capitalizing on that.
Thank you. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure to ask that question, and also consider there may be a window of return that we available window of when we can return these devices that we purchased in the spring. So I just wanted to kind of put it out there. I know other people are thinking about the same thing. Are there any other questions or comments before we close out? Okay. Well, thank you very much to the community for attending and to my colleagues and the administration. We will have our next general board meeting is on the 17th of this month. Thank you very much for it at 17th of this month at 7 p.m. in the boardroom in person and also online. With that, I will close out and say thank you very much and have a great day. Bye, everybody. Thank you.